Hello everybody, today we're doing a video for GTA Car Kits in a 2016 Audi Q5, and the same installation will apply to Audi SQ5. And today we're going to show you how to install our Apple CarPlay and Android Auto kit. As you can see, it's already installed into this car. It's been paired to iPhone wirelessly. You can also pair it to your Android phone wirelessly. You can control the system with the original controls down here. You're able to do next track from this toggle. You're able to launch Siri or Google Assistant by pressing and holding the original Navi button on the steering wheel. You will not lose any functionality from your original Audi system. You can easily switch back to it by pressing and holding the back button. Everything still stays the same here. The advantage of our product is that the system will stream audio using your original Audi Bluetooth sound source. So you will not need to plug in or wire anything to the glove box, any dummy plugs. And as you can see, this particular car has navigation. So this installation will apply to cars that are from 2013 to 2017, where they have this silver buttons around here. It has to have navigation. So the controls are not right here. If you have controls here, it means you have no navigation and you would require a different kit. Now we're going to show you how to install this product into this Audi. So the tools you're going to need is a panel removal tool. This is our hook tool. These are the stereo removal keys, which will come with the kit. And of course, you're going to need our product. We will start with using this tool in order to remove this HVAC panel. So you're going to carefully get underneath here and pop it out on both sides. And then once you remove it, you're going to maneuver it out. So we're going to remove this connection right here because part of our harness will connect into here. In order to do that, you first have to unclip this red clip so it comes out, and then you're able to press on the tab in order to disconnect this connection. And now we can just leave it disconnected here to the side. Now we're going to remove the actual head unit, and we're going to use our stereo removal keys. So you have to insert them over here. There's a notch on the stereo key up until which you have to insert the key, just like that. And same on the other side. Once you do that, you can grab the radio underneath and pull it out. Careful not to scratch here. You can lift it up, pull it all the way out. And now we're going to get the stereo keys out from the actual stereo. So right here, these are the locks. So we're going to use our hook tool in order to lift up the lock. And this lets you pull the key out. Same on the other side. We lift up the lock and then pull the key out. At the back of the head unit, we're going to be connecting into these two connections, so the main quad lock harness and this video cable, the gray one. So we will disconnect the original quad lock harness by pressing the clip underneath it. And then once you release the lock, you can unplug it. So the clip is underneath here. And then the video cable has a clip below it. We will now show you what comes in our kit. So you have the main module, then we have this harness for the back of the HVAC panel. We have our main harness, which goes behind the stereo, is this one, and the other two ends will plug in to the module. We have our video cables, wireless antenna, and this is a USB for wired CarPlay, wired Android Auto, and to do updates. We will first start with the harness that goes behind this HVAC panel. So it's like a T-harness. So the original harness that we disconnected will plug in into the female of our harness. And then you're going to lock it in place. And then this male end will get plugged in to the back of the HVAC panel. And then this wire will have to plug into our harness. And in order to route it better, so as you can see here, there's this plastic piece that separates the two areas. So you will feed this wire through, so it's underneath it and comes out above that plastic panel. We will take our main quad lock harness. So this is the female end of it. That's where the original one will plug in. So make sure that you unlock it and then put it in. With it being unlocked, make sure that you put it in straight, that it goes almost all the way in, and then you lock it in place. And then this end will plug into the back of the head unit. Same thing. It has to be unlocked to line it up straight. And then we can lock it in place. Here are the video cables. So on one end, this is the single end. This will plug into the module, and this male and female end will go at the back of the head unit. So we remove this original gray connection from the back of the head unit, so we'll go into the female of our wire, and then this male 90-degree end will go instead of the original gray one. Now we need to route this USB cable, and we're gonna route it to the passenger footwell compartment. With first, you gotta remove this small panel underneath, so it just pops out, and with that opening there, we're able to take our USB wire and feed it towards the back of the head unit. So we'll drop the wire down, and I'm catching it with my fingers on the other side, and there you go. And that's about the length that we're gonna leave it. And now we'll put this one back. So first we slide the top corner inside and move it towards the rear of the car. And now you can clip it in. Now we will hide this wireless antenna. So we suggest not to stick it to the module. We're gonna stick it underneath here on this plastic panel. So you're just gonna peel back the protective tape and make sure that the area is clean underneath. We're gonna sticker it, and then this blue end of the antenna we will flip and route above the plastic panel, as this end will have to get plugged in to our module. So now we're gonna start doing all the connections. So first we'll connect, as you remember, this small wire harness. It will plug in here into the main harness. Make sure you insert it the right way and clips in. Then we're gonna grab our module and start making all the connections into it. So this is the main power cables that we connected at the back of the head unit. We also have our wireless antenna here. We also routed that USB cable, so it gets connected here. And the last one is this video wire. With everything connected, we're gonna start putting everything back. So we will take the stereo and carefully maneuver all the wires. And remember, now you have this extra quad lock harness. So we're gonna start sliding it back in. And I'm just, with my hand underneath, rearranging the harness so the radio has enough space to go back in. So carefully insert it in, and it has to clip in. There you go. With the stereo back in, next would be to hide the module and all the harnesses underneath the stereo. Before putting the module in, you have to make sure that the switches are set correctly. So for this Audi Q5, switch number 1 and 5 have to be on. And we always preset our modules so they're set to your car when you make a purchase. And just when you're inserting this module, make sure that you're careful and you don't make changes to the switches when you're putting everything here. So now carefully, you have to put the wires together, push them in so there's enough space for you to hide the module. Insert it carefully. There you go, and that's enough space. Remember, this harness that we connected initially, it will go not where the module is, but below it. There's more space down here. So you have to make sure that none of these wires are in the way of this compartment right here, because that's where it slides. So with all the wires in place, we can carefully clip this HVAC panel back in place. So now we are going to test everything. So we're an original Audi system, and we have to make sure that we select the Audi Bluetooth, and that's been paired to our iPhone, and you can pair it to your Android phone. So the sound from CarPlay and AndroidAuto is going to go through the original Bluetooth sound source. So as you can see, it's paired, it's selected. Now we're going to test by the wire our CarPlay, or you can test AndroidAuto. This is for testing purposes. There's still a way to connect wirelessly through the settings of our kit. So we're going to plug it in, and you have to make sure that it charges, which it does. And as you can see, CarPlay switched on. So we'll check that the controls are working. We'll test our music. Music is working. Also the rear view camera will still work. The testing has been completed. We finished the installation. Again, this was a video for GTA Car Kits in a 2016 Audi Q5. I hope you liked the video, and we'll see you next time.